On the occasion of International Day of Conscience, the Speaker of the Council of Representatives, Ahmed Al-Msallam, emphasized that Bahrain's international initiatives have become a central focus for the world in light of the consolidation of the values and principles of justice, respect for human rights, support for sustainable development, and the strengthening of international partnerships to uphold dialogue and diplomatic solutions, respect international humanitarian law, and end wars and conflicts, and spare the world and its people the consequences and impact of crises and disputes. Al-Msallam expressed pride in the world's celebration of the International Day of Conscience on April 5th of each year, which was adopted by the United Nations General Assembly in response to the Kingdom of Bahrain's initiative. The chairman of the Shura Council, Ali Saleh, affirmed Bahrain's pioneering role in promoting peace, coexistence and human dialogue, as well as spreading values of tolerance and compassion among nations and people. Marking the International Day of Conscience, he highlighted Bahrain as a model for religious freedom and peaceful coexistence within its diverse society. He stated that this occasion is an important opportunity to advance the culture of human fraternity and make it a guiding principle to support sustainable development, global security and stability. He stressed that the current global challenges require all nations to make conscious the cornerstone of joint efforts to build safe and stable societies. The Minister of Foreign Affairs and Chairman of the National Human Rights Committee, Dr. Abdul Latif bin Rashid Al-Zayani, highlighted Bahrain's standing as a leading global model in promoting the values of human conscience and peaceful coexistence among religions, cultures and civilizations. On the occasion of the International Day of Conscience, the Minister expressed pride in Bahrain's pioneering role and noted that this role stems from the kingdom's deep-rooted history in human and civilizational values in promoting peace and tolerance, rejecting extremism and hatred, and working towards a sustainable world built on respect, justice, harmony and solidarity, guided by conscience and compassion. He commended the kingdom's initiative to promote a culture of peace, prevent the outbreak of conflicts, prioritize conscience in conflict resolutions through dialogue and negotiation, and host global forums for inter-civilizational and interfaith dialogue, and emphasize Bahrain's commitment to advancing the values of tolerance, solidarity and respect for religious and cultural diversity, and upholding human rights and dignity. The Minister of Transportation and Telecommunications and Chairman of the Board of Trustees of the King Hamad Global Center for Coexistence and Tolerance, KHGC, Dr. Sheikh Abdullah bin Ahmed Al Khalifa, commended the Kingdom of Bahrain's distinction as an oasis of compassion, tolerance and safety, as a global beacon of peace, fraternity and dialogue between civilizations. On the occasion of the International Day of Conscience adopted by the United Nations General Assembly, Dr. Sheikh Abdullah bin Ahmed expressed pride in the civilizational record of the Kingdom of Bahrain role in promoting religious and cultural tolerance, respecting human rights and supporting interfaith dialogue. He added that the KHGC is keen to continue its educational and training programs and initiatives in partnership with national, regional and international religious, academic and intellectual institutions to promote the values of tolerance, solidarity, dialogue and negotiation to prevent conflicts and revive the human conscience as a way to achieve a more secure, stable, just and prosperous future for humanity. Every year on April 5th, the world celebrates the International Day of Conscience, which was adopted by the United Nations in 2019 in response to Bahrain's initiative. The International Day of Conscience aims to promote a culture of peace and conscience so that the people can live in a world where they enjoy freedom without hatred or violence. More in this report.
The International Day of Conscience embodies Bahrain's message of peace and prosperity, reflecting global recognition of its achievements in tolerance and human rights. This day aligns with His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa's vision, which include initiatives like the King Hamad Global Center for Coexistence and Tolerance and proposals to combat hate speech. These efforts led the United Nations to adopt January 28th as the International Day of Peaceful Coexistence. Guided by its humanitarian values, Bahrain continues to promote global solidarity through a national plan led by His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa. This plan aims to foster sustainable development, global security and a culture of peace worldwide. Bahrain has taken tangible actions to further advance human fraternity and peace globally.
On the sidelines of the 150th IPU Assembly held in Uzbekistan, Council of Representatives Speaker Ahmed al-Msallam held a meeting with Qatar Shura Council Speaker Hassan bin Abdullah al-Ghanem. During the meeting, both sides praised the depth of the historical and fraternal relations that bind the two countries at all levels, thanks to the support and care of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa and the Emir of Qatar, His Highness Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani. The two sides also emphasized their joint parliamentary support in enhancing cooperation paths across various sectors and the coordination of bilateral positions for the benefit and welfare of the two brotherly countries and people, while pointing to the ongoing efforts to support Gulf and Arab work in regional and international parliamentary forums. The Council of Representatives Speaker and Head of the Parliamentary Division of the Kingdom of Bahrain, Ahmed al-Msallam, met the Inter-Parliamentary Union President Tulia Aksun on the sidelines of the IPU General Assembly held in Uzbekistan. Al-Msallam emphasized the continued strengthening of cooperation and joint action with the IPU, as well as the ongoing exchange of expertise in support of legislative and parliamentary work. He noted that the legislative authority in Bahrain remains open to engagement with parliaments, legislative councils and unions across the globe in a commitment to legislative cooperation, coordination of positions and perspectives on shared issues and the building of parliamentary relations. This approach is in line with the directives and keenness of His Majesty the King to promote bonds based on mutual respect and coexistence with all nations and people. The IPU President commended the participation of Bahraini parliamentary delegations in various regional and international parliamentary conferences and events. She highlighted the IPU's keenness to present constructive proposals and ideas that contribute to the development and advancement of parliamentary work at all levels. The Council of Representatives Speaker and Head of the Parliamentary Division of the Kingdom of Bahrain, Ahmed al-Msallam, met the Secretary General of the Inter-Parliamentary Union, Martin Shangong, on the sidelines of the 150th IPU General Assembly held in Uzbekistan. The meeting reviewed means to strengthen cooperation between the Council of Representatives and Shura Council with the IPU at both the level of members and the General Secretariat. The Speaker underscored that the growing cooperation between Bahrain's legislative councils and the IPU reflect Bahrain's parliamentary diplomacy, which is based on communication and coordination with various parliamentary unions and associations. Zhang Gong also lauded the contributions and initiative of Bahrain's parliamentary division in supporting international parliamentary work and its ongoing commitment to active participation in IPU events and activities. He also underscored continued efforts to develop joint programs between Bahrain's legislative councils and the IPU and to facilitate the exchange of experiences and skills to support parliamentary work. Bahrain's Parliamentary Division delegation participated in the coordination meeting between parliaments and legislative councils of the GCC member states held in Uzbekistan. The meeting was held in preparation for the fourth conference of the Non-Aligned Movement Parliamentary Network. The Parliamentary Division delegation participating in the meeting included First Deputy Chairman of the Shura Council, Deputy Head of the Parliamentary Division of Bahrain, Jamal Mohammed Fakhru, First Deputy Speaker of the Council of Representatives, Abd al-Nabi Salman, Shura Council Member Dr. Bassam Ismail Al bin Mohammed, and MP Dr. Mahdi Abdulaziz Al Sheikh. The Bahraini delegation commended the efforts of the GCC parliaments and legislative councils to strengthen cooperation and joint parliamentary work, as well as the exchange of views that support the active presence of GCC parliaments in regional and international forums. The delegation also highlighted the strength and depth of the fraternal ties binding GCC states. During the meeting, participants discussed the draft statement to be issued by the fourth conference of the Non-Aligned Movement Parliamentary Network, including its key recommendations and proposals. The fifth edition of the International Diplomats Program Liafa, organized by the Mohammed bin Mbarak Al Khalifa Academy for Diplomatic Studies, will host 23 diplomats from various countries. The Director General of the Academy, Dr. Sheikh Munira bint Khalifa Al Khalifa, highlighted the ministry's commitment to continuing the program, noting that the fifth edition builds on the objectives and successes achieved in previous years. She added that the program offers a unique platform for open dialogue between diplomats from around the world, supports international cooperation and partnerships between foreign ministries and diplomatic academies, and provides participants with the opportunity to explore the Kingdom of Bahrain's heritage, culture and strategic priorities through meetings with senior officials. Liafa will also include a series of lectures and workshops covering a range of political, diplomatic and economic topics. Liafa was one of the winning ideas in the first edition of the Government Innovation Competition Fikra in 2018. The closing of Eid al-Fitr Festival horse racing event organized by the Rashid Equestrian Horse Racing Club witnessed remarkable success amidst a competitive atmosphere and a large audience that added distinction to the 27th race of the 2024-2025 season. The Eid al-Fitr Festival was held as part of the various events accompanying the horse races and featured a selection of elite horses during the strong races at the club's racing track. Winners were crowned, and Chairman of NAS Foundation and NAS Group, Samir Abdullah NAS, presented the late Abdullah Ahmed NAS Cup to the winning trainer, Alan Smith. Chairman of the Board of Trustees of the University of Applied Sciences, Professor Wahib Al-Khaja, presented the university's cup to the winning owner, Bashar Samir NAS, while the Chairman of the Board of Directors of the Royal Gulf Club, Captain Walid Al-Alawi, awarded the club's cup to Abdullah Sami NAS. Bashar Samir NAS presented the Sarns NAS Cup to His Highness Sheikh Nader bin Mohammed bin Salman Al Khalifa. The 27th race witnessed strong and exciting competitions among elite horses. Under the patronage of the captain of Al Fursan team, Her Highness Sheikh Noura bint Hamad Al Khalifa, the final competitions of Al Fursan Dressage Championship kicked off at the Military Sports Association Arafah Arena, organized by Bahrain Royal Equestrian and Endurance Federation. The riders presented distinctive performances in controlling the horses and high technical movements that emphasized the development of the sport of dressage in Bahrain amidst a wide participation of riders. Many of the riders who qualified for the final participated in the first day, as their qualification came after a series of tournaments held over the past months leading up to the final competitions, where the riders qualified after scoring the required points. The final class series will be held tomorrow evening with the participation of many of the finalists. The organizing committee has invited fans to attend the final competitions and enjoy the atmosphere associated with the championship, as tomorrow will see a series of special events for fans. The winners of the first competitions were crowned, with the riders competing in a series of outstanding displays of horse control and technical moves to claim the top spots.